I was weighing in at my heaviest, 420 pounds. I feel sad I'm gonna eat. That emotional connection that I had with it, literally I knew I had to break up with it. Being told that I should have gastric bypass surgery, I had told them over and over again, no, I can do this on my own. I have lost 260 pounds naturally. It still shocks me when I see pictures that I'm like, is that really me? When I started, I didn't even think about the loose skin part of it. I mean, it affects you mentally, the way you look at yourself. You've done all this hard work, and then you look in the mirror, and all you see is all this loose skin. We really do have a strong emotional connection with food, and it was bad. Like, I was sad. It was something I ran to. Food, comfort food, mac and cheese. But wouldn't a pizza make you feel better? You get to the point where I had such a relationship with food that it was kind of like a second soulmate. Being 420 pounds, I was being held back from so many things, and just the simple things like tying your own shoe, like being out of breath or going upstairs, like I'll never forget it. I left the doctor's office again, being told that I should have gastric bypass surgery. I had told them over and over again, no, I can do this on my own, I can do this on my own. And I remember realizing more than anything that I wanted this. It was not just gonna be a diet that would change me. I have lost 260 pounds naturally. I am so glad I stayed the course to do it on my own and opted out of having surgery.
After a year had passed and she had lost her weight, and then just how much better and how much more life she had, it helped remind me of, okay, well, this is actually what life is supposed to be like.
He has also started his own journey as well, which makes it amazing to have somebody doing this with you. It was really just learning portion control and staying away from a lot of processed foods. Hi! All right, you got your goodies? We like to keep it natural, and it's really taught me. I was not a vegetable eater, so I learned those flavors of vegetables, which are amazing. And the thing was, it was getting my body used to those. Okay, so last week you told me to get some of these white sweet potatoes. They were so good. Yeah, so I want to get some more of these. I actually put some oregano, garlic powder, sea salt on it, and then I baked it in the oven, and it like roasted perfectly. My favorite salad mix. Eat this almost every day. When I first started, I didn't think I was gonna be able to like finish. And now looking back 3 years later, 260 pounds, it's crazy. There are days when I have major down days where I don't want to get up and go to the gym, or maybe a food type that I miss or I want to eat. Yeah, of course, we're all gonna have slips up, but that's just part of the journey. That's just part of life, and just gotta keep on going. This skirt is a size 30. I got up to a 38. And when I wore this, it was so tight that afterwards the front button popped off. Like, you could fit a whole nother person in there. Maybe two. There's lots of space in there. It's a reminder of me to never go back to where I was. When I started, I didn't even think about the loose skin part of it, because in my mind, I didn't even know. I mean, I was hoping just to lose 20 pounds at that point. And then when I really started to tell that it was affecting me, affecting my workouts. I mean, it affects you mentally, the way you look at yourself. You've done all this hard work, and then you look in the mirror, and all you see is all this loose skin. They told me that I have a good at least 20 inches that will be taken off around this whole area. My legs, I know, like, it makes me kind of tear up just thinking about it. I wore almost a size 6X pants. So I knew this would be something I would struggle with afterwards. But what I didn't realize is that I would be left with not really a knee, like all this skin that holds over it. And I just can't imagine being able to have a knee. I am very nervous about the surgery. I know it's a risky surgery.
Why did you not have the skin surgery? What happened?
Why did I not have the skin surgery? Yeah. So we were good to go. And then the surgeon actually noticed that there could be something wrong. I was having, lots of pain always in my upper leg. I assumed, like, obviously some of it's going to be from all that loose skin pulling down on my knee. When I saw a vein doctor, And she was like, you have very, very bad veins, and we need to get these taken care of before you go under and have any surgery like this. It took over 12 weeks of sessions of having veins being stripped and pulled, and it was super uncomfortable, super painful. But I just kept having in my mind, you're gonna have your skin removal surgery. You're gonna have your skin removal surgery. So then when I found out that was taken away from me, it is a confidence thing that I've had to work on, because mentally it can get inside your head like, here I was supposed to have my skin removal surgery and now I have 400 scars on my legs from being poked so many times. This was supposed to be my victory story of the loose skin being gone, but instead now I get to show off the scarrings from something that I did not want, was not supposed to happen. My sister and my mother-in-law wanted to do something special for me, so they had this necklace inscribed for me, and it says, lost 260 pounds. Then on the other side, it says, gained a new life. I hope that next year that I am gonna have that skin removal surgery. I just wanna get back and be able to go back to my surgeon. Like, I can't wait for that day where he can evaluate me again and be like, okay, let's get this scheduled. I guarantee you, anyone can do this. They just have to want it. They have to find that fight.
My beginning weight was 430 pounds. My weight has always been a constant battle. I got heavier and heavier and just never stopped. And I was like, that's it. I had to make a change. I've lost 188 pounds and currently weigh 244. With having lost 188 pounds, it has left me with a large amount of excess skin. Having all of this excess skin really affects my entire day-to-day life. I don't feel as good as I should about myself, so I'm hoping with this upcoming surgery, it'll help me realize and believe in myself, what I've done.
How are you feeling?
Feeling awesome, excited, and ready.
So we will see you after her surgery.
My weight has always been a constant battle. I got heavier and heavier, and it just never stopped. When I started my journey back in January of 2015, I weighed 430 pounds, could hardly move. I have twin girls who at the time were 4.5, twin girls. I'm 430 pounds and I can't keep up. And I attempted trying to lose weight many times and failed every time, and then would gain it all back, plus a little more. And so that's how I kept continuing to rise. I mean, there's times where, I didn't feel like I'm gonna be alive. I was almost back to 300 pounds last year and I was not gonna have it. So towards the end of 2018, and I was like, that's it. I had to make a change. I've lost 188 pounds and currently weigh 244. To lose the weight, I had to really get in the mindset to do that, and that really took a while and a lot of work. But it also took a village of people to help me get there, and they are still helping me get there, and I'm so grateful.
It's been amazing. She's awesome to work with. Inappropriate sometimes. There's been times where she's, lost a whole bunch of weight, been really excited, and then sometimes where there's been a little bit of gain back and she's been super upset, and just having to go in and talk to her and break her out of that, her mindset. You can definitely see the big change from like where she started to where she is now.
Through the course of my adult life of being heavy, I tried many diets. And then I met my coach, Tina. A few of the things Tina suggested to me I didn't like, and so I didn't do them. And it just didn't work for me. And then she tried to modify it and change it up, and
that's how we really learned.
Yep.
Yeah. I used to be 540 pounds. I've lost 330 pounds naturally. They featured me on the news, and then this beautiful lady walked in to meet me, and we have been friends ever since 2012, and I've been her mentor and coach. And she's gone through a lot, and it's just real remarkable to see how courageous she is and how she doesn't quit. And she cries. Lord, does she cry a lot.
Having all of this excess skin really affects my entire day-to-day life. It gets in the way. It slaps. You can't bend as well doing gym workouts. And when I look in the mirror, I just think disgusting. I'm trying to be proud of myself through this journey, but when I see that hanging off my body, I'm thinking it's so gross and so ugly, and I don't feel as good as I should about myself.
So when you wear this, so we're gonna get this whole bottom part removed, so your pant size is gonna go down just from that alone.
From
From here down.
From this, and all of this.
That's gonna be life-changing.
Coming up next week, I will be having my first skin removal surgery. I'll be having a paniculectomy done. It will remove all the lower portions of the skin that hangs the lowest on my body. What?
You wanna come back to this?
No.
You want this?
Never.
Okay.
An item of clothing you've been hoping to wear post-surgery?
Oh, there's an item of clothing I'm hoping you
Actually,
wear.
there is an item, I'm not talking about that on camera.
Look it, for real, as women, we lost all this weight. There's no reason that we can't be sexy. I think we should do one of those boudoir shoots.
Oh,
Like you wear
yeah.
Valentine's gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About the upcoming surgery, I am extremely nervous. I'm excited. I have no idea what I'm gonna look like when I come out of there, so it's really weird.
Okay. I mean, what does it mean to you to have it?
Freedom.
So today is Wendy's first skin removal surgery of many. And now which piece is gonna be gone when we come back today?
All of this.
Oh my God, let's do a celebration dance with that skin. Shake it, shake it. Here we go. Are you excited?
Super excited.
How are you feeling?
Feeling awesome, excited and ready.
So we will see you after her surgery, and she probably won't be this happy.
Almost every time I come to the gym, we do another exercise where it just blows my mind and literally brings me to tears when I do an exercise that I wouldn't have been able to do before. It's extremely emotional. I used to not be able to hold a plank for a minute because the extra weight pulling down on me, but now I can do almost 4.5 minute plank. And that was just one of those small victory, quote unquote, things that are huge. Like, that's a big deal. All that pain was worth it for just that moment even. I mean, standing in front of the mirror, seeing what it looked like for the first time is just mind-blowing. I really can't describe it, because before I was 450 pounds and saw nothing, and now at 215 pounds, I can see everything. It's life-changing. The willpower to be able to do this, you gotta want it in your heart. It is not gonna happen if you don't.
At my heaviest, I weighed 410 pounds. There were a lot of bullies growing up, and I just felt completely alone. A suicide attempt literally changed my life. Automatic switch. I lost 200 pounds, and now I weigh 195. There was no option to be lazy or to fall off track. I was becoming me. Now the amount of skin that I have is just debilitating. I really wanted to see the body that I had been working for so long. The only way I was going to do that was through having skin removal surgery. There were a lot of bullies growing up, but I almost built a shield against them. I always called myself the funny fat friend because I was always making fun of myself for other people to laugh, but of course, I wasn't laughing inside. At my heaviest, I weighed 410 pounds. And anything physical was a strain, either on my knees, on my heart. I knew what the doctors were gonna say. If you don't do something about your health, you're going to die. And I just felt completely alone. And it wasn't until a suicide attempt that literally changed my life. Seeing the look on my parents' face in the hospital waking up, it was just like automatic switch. I lost 200 pounds and now I weigh 195. When I started my weight loss, I really hated going to the gym. After noticing I'm getting better, I'm getting stronger, everything that I'm doing is actually, I'm seeing results from doing it. It's more like a challenge to myself now, so I enjoy it. This day, I remember so vividly. That's when I started my journey, when I decided this is my first day I'm going to go to the gym. And it was the hardest day of my life. The very hardest part about my weight loss journey has been accepting my body throughout the entire thing. Just like most people's reactions, it's hard to believe that I was actually that person. But at the same time, sometimes when I wake up, when I look in the mirror, I still see that same person. It's like my mind hasn't caught up to my body yet. After losing the weight, now the amount of skin that I have is just very debilitating mentally. My skin is a reminder of the weight that I used to carry, and it just feels like baggage. I bought this dress maybe 3 years ago, and I said once I lost my weight, I was gonna wear it. But after I put it on, I just don't feel comfortable in it yet. So, at this point in my journey, I look at myself as the butterfly that's stuck in the cocoon. Once I have my skin removed and once I can finally feel like I have the body that I've worked so hard for, I feel like I'll be the butterfly. I really wanted to see the body that I had been working for so long, and I knew at a point that the only way I was going to do that was through having skin removal surgery. It has taken so much out of me physically and mentally to get where I am today, so I'm so proud of myself. The main thing that I was worried about was definitely my stomach, because I had so much extra skin. It was just like an extra pouch that you couldn't see my stomach at all. So now, after having the skin removed, I had a super extended tummy tuck, which involved an incision all the way from the back, almost all the way around my torso, that connects and goes all the way to the other side. I just feel normal. This is the body that I feel like I worked for. I still feel like I'm natural. I'm very happy with it. My life has completely changed after surgery. I have so much more confidence. People have always seen me as a confident person, but I see the confidence in myself now. I have not tried this dress on since I've had surgery, so I'm so excited to see what it looks like. I'm a little nervous. Hopefully I feel comfortable enough. So starting out as the caterpillar in the very beginning of my journey, moving to the cocoon and finally breaking free, I feel like I'm finally the butterfly. I am finally Summer.
I always thought that it was impossible for me to lose any weight. I just thought that that was my life. At my heaviest, so I was in the early 400. I would eat till I vomited. When I was in my early 20s, I started making changes, which has led to the most dramatic part of my transformation. And I've lost approximately 250 pounds. I always knew that I was going to have excess skin, but I didn't know to the extent that it would affect me. So this here is all excess skin from the weight loss that I'm gonna have taken off. My surgery takes place in 6 days.
Are you nervous about it?
Yeah, I'm completely terrified. There's never not been a time when I wasn't overweight. I was told that I was morbidly obese in high school. When I was a child, I would eat an entire loaf of store-bought bread, and then I would eat something after that. I would eat till I vomited. I do think that sometimes my overeating was just a way to comfort myself. I think it was kind of like a cycle. Like I was eating because I was overweight, and I was overweight because I was like eating so much. At my heaviest, so it was in the early 400s. After that, I just never kept track. It's not something that you want to hear. Like, you know it's not good for you. When I was in my early 20s, I started making changes to my diet, not to lose weight, but just to be a bit more healthy, because I always thought that it was impossible for me to lose any weight. I just thought that that was my life. So the big dramatic turning point, it was 4 years ago is when I started working with my personal trainer, Nancy. I lost 10 pounds, I lost 20 pounds, I lost 30 pounds. The last 18 months, I've lost the last 100 pounds, but also incorporated exercise and weight training into that, which has led to the most dramatic part of my transformation. I've lost approximately 250 pounds.
When we used to train at the beginning, we were in the studio and you'd be like, I can't do this. And you'd be like, nope, nope. And you just kind of lunge and then you can't do it. And then now it's like, look at you, like doing all this in front of like all these people on the track in Williamsburg. It's amazing. You should be so proud of yourself.
Yeah, a little. But I wouldn't be at this point right here. Like, don't listen to her, she's really humble. But I would not be at this point right now without having her there. So, yeah, she won't admit that, but it's 100% true. It would not even be a possibility, I think. So.
Thank you. But
yeah.
It's a team. It's a team effort.
It is a team effort.
I always knew that I was going to have excess skin, but I didn't know to the extent that it would affect me. There was a particular moment where I just realized that this was not the feeling I expected to have. I realized that this was actually making me feel worse, and because I had envisioned what I would look like in my head, and I did not look like that. So this here is all excess skin from my weight loss that I'm gonna have taken off. They're removing, having all of my abdomen done from the bottom all the way up the top of my rib cage. My surgery takes place in 6 days. Having skin removal surgery, it just, for me, it's like closing this chapter of my life, and I feel like I could just completely move on from it.
Are you nervous about it?
Yeah, I'm completely terrified. The surgeon estimated that he removed approximately 10 pounds of skin. When the bandages first came off, the first thing that I noticed was how completely flat my stomach was. Pretty much every morning when I wake up, the first thing I do before I get dressed is just look at myself in the mirror, because it's not so much an exciting thing for me as it is just kind of like a surreal thing for me to have none of that excess skin kind of just folded over. It's going to take me quite a while for me to get used to the fact that it's not there. It's kind of like how I have like kind of phantom fat where I still think that it's there. And then I'll just like sometimes rest my hands like on my hips and just be like, okay, like that's flat. It's still very weird to get used to. There's been plenty of times where I completely dropped everything that I was doing and gained weight back. There was even a point where I gained back 65 pounds, but then I lost it again and then some more. So just keep going, stay consistent, and don't be discouraged when you fail at your diet, because you will always fail at your diet. You just need to know when to get back on it again. And I did happen to find this tucked away in my closet somewhere that I didn't even know I still owned. This was my old winter coat, which was an extra, extra large. All right. Let's see if the buttons fit. It's weird because I don't remember ever being this size. Probably fit another 2 of me in here with this jacket. Extra small. Yeah, my current jacket is an extra small, so yeah, come a long way.